Hi, my name is Lindsey Volin, and I wanted to talk to you today about some different ways to display and store your children's artwork. I know that my kids come home every week with tons of different wonderful artwork that they brought home from school, and it can be kind of overwhelming to decide what to do with it. So here's a few tips of ideas of kind of fun ways to display it in your home. One of my ideas is to make it into wrapping paper. And people love to get personalized gifts. It's easy to do. Your kids can get involved in it. And like I said, people love to get it. Another idea you may not have thought of is if you have a glass top desk at your home, you can affix the artwork underneath. Every time you sit down to check your email, it makes you happy. You see it. I also have a glass coffee table, and that's something that I've done in my home, is to put the different artwork under. You can switch it out as they get older, and it's just a neat way to decorate. Something I found recently that I was really excited about that you can get at any kind of home supply store is magnetic paint. The more layers you put on it, on the wall, the more magnetic it is. You can make an entire wall for your little Picasso's work. You can pick like an accent color and then affix the artwork using fun magnets. And I've seen that done in really beautiful ways. And basically you have your own gallery at home. Another idea is placemats. It's really easy. You take some of the best work, you go to any kind of office supply store, they'll laminate it for you. You can have as many as you need, and it's so easy to clean up after they eat, and kids love it. They sit down, and there's their artwork that they get to have as their own personal placemat. I'm crazy about that idea. Another idea is to decorate the ugliest room in your house, which is your garage. You put up a corkboard, you walk out of your car, and there is a wonderful gallery. Sometimes people feel a little intimidated about sticking up artwork all over their kitchen or all over their living room. And here's a place where everyone can enjoy it, but it might not kind of go against your decorating if you're very particular about how you decorate your home, which I know some of us are. Here's another idea if you are going to be displaying it within your home. Take a tip from teachers. Let me show you this. One thing that teachers always do, they have to do bulletin boards. It's stressful for them, but one way to make it look nicer is to take the artwork and just put a black background on it. All you need is construction work, and it makes the artwork pop out. The colors look great, and it finishes it, and it makes it into kind of a cohesive whole. Looks great. I do it all the time when I'm going to be putting up artwork in our home. Another idea, Jerry sells great frames everywhere from really expensive ones to inexpensive ones. Here I've put some of my children's artworks in these frames. I like to choose the same type of frame, same thing, so that it's cohesive. It looks like you've put thought into it, and your children really feel like you value their artwork because you've put it in frames. If you're really, you really have it super together, you may change them out every week. For me, it's more like every few weeks or every season. As they get older and they bring something home you're really excited about, you talk to them about it. Ooh, it's time, let's put a new thing in the frame. So I find that that works really well. It looks professional. You can put it in their room. And like I said, it really shows that you value it and you value that they're an artist, and so their work deserves to be framed. So not everything can be displayed. Like I said, so much comes home, and then comes the difficult part of sorting the work, because I'm sure that, like me, some of you have been caught kind of hiding some beloved coloring page in the garbage can, and that is a terrible, terrible feeling, and you feel like the worst mom in the world, but you can't keep everything. I recommend involving your kids in the sorting, sometimes I say, is this something we can say goodbye to? My kids have gotten used to it, so they're like, no, let's get rid of it. But some things are really important to them, and the rule of thumb that I use is I always think, is this something that makes me smile? Is this something that I'm going to look on years from now, and it's just going to kind of warm my heart and remind me of what age they were when they used it? I keep what I call a forever box for each of my kids. A sturdy box. I know that Jerry sells great boxes for this. They're archival. You don't have to worry about things deteriorating, the colors fading, because they're really protected in the boxes. They have a little notch on the side so you can write your child's name. One thing you always have to remember to do is on the back of the artwork, go ahead and write their name and the age they were when they did it, because you don't want to be guessing, was this Noah's? Was this Ben's? Who was this and what age were they? And this is the same way. You involve the kids, you go through it at the end of the week, you go through the mountains of artwork that they brought home and say, is this something for the forever box? And hopefully it's fun and they get it. Things like coloring pages are not something I ever choose to save. It's not something I'm going to look back later and say, wow, that strawberry shortcake they colored in is something I'm going to want to keep forever. I try to keep things that they've really showed a lot of creativity with, they've used a lot of color, and it shows their progress as an artist. Another fun way to display things, if you're a little bit crafty, is you can go to any kind of craft store. Here's something I did. You can just buy a wooden board. I painted it. I wrote, painted on Gabe's art. And then you can just attach these bulldog clips. Jerry's has them. They're super cheap. They're really functional. You can hang these into the room. It's an easy way to swap out artwork. This makes it much easier. You can change them more often than frames. This is a great way to do it. It's cute. It's easy to swap it out. And it also shows that you value their artwork. It gets them involved in a big way because they're excited about something they come home. Clip it, pull it out. You can switch it out easily. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed these tips for displaying and storing your kids' artwork. Check out our other free art lessons. I'm Lindsey Volin. See you again next time.